Hi everyone, I'm René Schlatter alongside Merryvale Winemaker Andrew Wright. Today we're going to talk about some Magnums of Cabernet for Father's Day, for all you fathers out there, or if you're not, that's okay too. We don't discriminate. So we're going to taste three vintages, 13, 14, 15. We dug deep in the cellar. So Magnums, as some of you know, age extremely well. So, you know, having a few years and all of those vintages, I think it's going to be great. So let's talk and start about the 13.
Yeah, let's do it. As René said, I love Magnums. They age really well, but at the same time, they're perfect for a party. And 13, 14, and 15, talk about stuff that's drinking great right now, and it's really approachable while it's young too. 13 vintage, a little hotter, maybe a little earlier, less of a crop, but really great concentration. And I love it out of the Magnum. I feel like it showcases all the power and the finesse that wine still retains after all that power too. So yeah, what a great barbecue wine. Talking about Father's Day, the 13 for barbecue, short ribs in general.
Yeah.
Half of a pig.
You make me hungry here. We have a little food here because our wines are really meant to go with food. You can have them on their own, it's fine, but I think with food is even better. With the freshness and the tension that those wines have, along with the fruit, of course. So let's talk a little bit about the vineyard, because I think this is kind of your quintessential Napa Cab, right? I mean, it's from different vineyards, valley floor, hillside.
Yeah, that's a great point. And so I guess we should talk about the Merryvale Napa Cabernet philosophy in general, which is that, you know, we believe, you know, as Merryvale Vineyards, we believe in the power of vineyards to tell the story of the fruit. And so for our Napa Cabernet, we always source from different vineyards in different appellations up and down the valley. Everyone knows, well, maybe not everyone knows, but you should know, if you like Napa wines, that Napa is really unique because of all the known soil types in the world. Napa contains half of them, as well as all of the various microclimates up and down the valley.
Absolutely.
So, you know, every single one of these wines here is sourced from at least 3 different vineyards, either from St. Helena appellation, Oak Knoll, or Atlas Peak, even some just and some other stuff that we're just like, just general Napa. And what we like to do is pair soils and clonal rootstock combinations to really give the best expression of Cabernet every year. I think that's the best way that I could put that.
Yeah, it's showcasing the diversity, if you will, of the Napa Valley. Valley floor, higher elevations, you know, softer tannins, bigger tannins. So I think this is great. Let's talk about the 14 here.
The 14, I will always have a soft spot in my heart for the 14. The 14 is one of those great vintages where you have equal amounts of power and finesse. The 13 is amazing, but it lends itself to the powerful side. The 14 to me is a great classic winemaker vintage where you have a long growing season. It's a little hotter because we're still in the drought years, but you had enough winter rainfall to replenish the water table. So you had a long kind of even growing season, although the temperatures were hotter. So you get kind of the best of both worlds. You have the power as well as the elegance and the balance.
Yeah, I love the 14s, but
yeah, me too.
When I taste the 15, I'm like, oh shit. I mean, both are fantastic. Excuse my French, by the way, but 15, just a great year, low yielding year, you know. So the yields were extremely low in 15 from my recollection, but as a result, the concentration, the soft tannins, the power, it's also all there. So yes, they are dissimilar as far as growing season, because they will always be. It's farming at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
But I think the 15 is you know, in its own right, equally as good as the 14.
And then that's what I love about our wines too, is that because they're sourced from all over the valley, you really get a true reflection of what the vintage is like. So the 15 is going to be more powerful than the 14 because that vintage was that. But at the same time, you still have that freshness, that tension that you mentioned, the vibrancy of these wines. You know, we don't pick when the grapes are overripe. We pick at peak ripeness. Classic Bordelais style techniques in the cellar, what really lets, you know, kind of classic Napa winemaking kind of show through. And I think our wines are a great representation of all of that.
Yeah. So happy Father's Day again. This is a great deal, by the way. This deal
is crazy.
Yeah. 3 Magnums, 13, 14, 15 of the Napa Cab. Basically $100 a Magnum. The average price of those wines is $165, plus you get the complimentary shipping.
Yep.
So it's a no-brainer. So I certainly hope you enjoy it. Cheers for making great wines, Andrew.
Cheers.
Much appreciated. Cheers and happy Father's Day to everyone.